So, as I've been venturing out into the wonderful world of Tyria, and specifically into Janthir Wilds, the newest expansion for the game, I have gotten quite used to all the great things that this game has to offer. But one of the best features that I have found with this expansion is something that I really think the game needs more of. I honestly do. Well, at least implemented more into this game. And like all great journeys, it started out by getting a quest. Here's what happened. So after getting enough astral acclaim, I was able to purchase the Falling Star quest license, which allows me to begin the collection piece for the Falling Star spear chain. While this isn't super unique, as you can just simply purchase an Ascended Spear from the Ascended Weapon Box, which is in the Wizard's Vault anyway, and that really only runs a cost of 600 astral acclaim compared to the 1,000 for this license, and you still have to do a quest chain to earn it. It's not necessarily a quick turnaround and profit. In defense of the quest chain, however, it also does offer an Ascended pair of gloves and an infusion, so that's a huge plus, kind of weigh that out. Well, we get the quest to go talk to Field Archivist Circle, and I can't see her name as anything other than Circle. Apparently, the Wizard's Vault saw an occurrence of some type of a meteor that fell from the heavens, and now we have to go and find it. Well, the Dingleberry that I am went all over the damn place in Lowland Shore looking for this person. I went into every hut and explored all over the place when literally if I looked at my map for 2 extra seconds, I would have noticed that the quest lady was sitting at the edge of the moon camp. Well, we talked to her and she's like, "We've been waiting for you." Yeah, I've been trying to find you. I'm not good at GPS. So our first step in this quest is to triangulate where it landed. So I have a nice long ride to talk to every Bare Necessity Buddy Scout that I can find to see if they saw anything happen. Which of course gets chained to like every other scout on this map. Like I hit every single one. Well, one of them says that lightning struck the sea and apparently there was a bright flash of light. Okay, pretty interesting, but now where the hell was it? Well, the scout says that there's one up here on top of this cliff who should have had a clear line of sight to see where this meteor landed. So we go up to the top of this cliff and talk to this bear bro and confirm that they saw a pillar of light off the edge of the ocean and bright lights. Literally, it is at the farthest corner of the map. Like, it is way the hell out there. So it's time to use that mount that I'm absolutely terrible at, and that's the Griffin, boy! Seriously, Willow would be absolutely ashamed. Well, down at the bottom of this water chasm where it struck is an unknown object, but it's like a spear-like object that's impaled deep into the solid rock, and apparently it came in so hot that it melted all the rock around it. So now we have to head back to Moon Camp and see what this lady thinks of it. Well, she starts geeking out about how cool of a science project this is, and now we have to figure out a way to get the spear out of the melted rock. So she suggests literally to just heat up the object hot enough so that you can shake it free. And then she bounces us off to a Char armorsmith who knows how to handle the heat. I'm probably reading too far into that. Well, now we are back to Char Country, and I do have to say that Black Citadel is one of the places that I've spent the least amount of time here in Tyria. It's actually a really cool aesthetic, and honestly, it just really feels like epic. And I think that it would help out with the lore and the idea of this area if I actually played through the Char opening story and really get a good feel to it. You know what, matter of fact, I should probably actually just play through Guild Wars 1 again. Well, anyway, Morga tells us that there's a list of items that we can go gather to make a glove that is capable of heating the spear hot enough to remove it from the rocks. Not gonna lie, the spear gives a pretty cool glove. I'm just saying, like, I like that this is a part of it and it isn't just the spear itself that you're working on. You get a cool aesthetic glove to match it, and it's tied into the story of it. I like it. Well, this part of the quest has us bouncing all over to a bunch of different places, all the way through Janthir Wilds and the other half throughout Tyria. Luckily, because I have already done most of the hearts in the area, I am able to purchase the required items straight up. And I will say that it is just lucky that I had enough of the Ursus Oblige, which is like the Janthir Wilds currency for helping out the bears. You get them periodically as you do various things all around and you open up chests, it seems. But I had, like, each one of these costs like 50 and I had like 160 and I needed 3 of them. Woo, that was really close. The only one that I couldn't just go and purchase was this Renowned Heart here in Autumn Vale, which I had to go and help out some bears. But luckily, it didn't really take all that long because you can catch some fish in the meantime. Legit, you feel like a bear catching salmon swimming upstream. Well, between catching fish and killing a giant champion mob, I get credit for the heart. Something that I'm actually really excited about getting this spear is actually having an Ascended Spear over Exotic. Again, I've stressed that I know that Mirage is more condition damage focused, but man, I really enjoy the spear ambush with all my clones at the same time. It feels powerful, at least. Well, the last 3 pieces that I need to fetch so that I can craft this glove is completing various renowned hearts all throughout a few places in Corteria: Firehard Rise, Dreadnought Cliffs, and Mount Maelstrom. For this one, I have to rely on my alts because I haven't really progressed through much of Corteria on my Mesmer at all. But luckily my Ranger is sitting near 40% map completion with all these areas basically done already. Saved me about like 20 to 30 minutes. So hey, guess what? Guild Wars 2, you never lose progress on anything. Well, we get back to Morga with all the required materials, and he's already created the glove chassis, so we slap it all together and we have a really cool pair of new Ascended gloves, fresh from the forge. Alright, this really wasn't all that bad to get the gloves, honestly. Even if I didn't have all these things done, it really wouldn't have taken all that long for me to go ahead and complete the requirements. And now all we have to do is go collect the spear from the underwater depths. After a short flight, we were able to get to the place, seize the star, and a brand new Ascended spear that really only took about 45 minutes worth of work. Again, barring that I had most of the materials needed. We talked to the field archivist again, and she's like, yeah, I'll just take notes. You can keep stabbing things with it. I'll let the Wizard's Vault know. I basically run this bee. So I do have to say that this is how you do quests and collection. And this is something that Guild Wars 2 really needs to have more of in my mind. I really think that this was very, very well done. The idea of getting a specific item for a quest to unlock either a skin or an item itself is just excellent. I mean, over the years, Guild Wars 2 has offered collections of many different types, and most of them, of course, being tied to legendary items or mounts or what have you. They didn't really feel as involved or as integral to the story or the plot line of the expansion of Janthir Wilds. Now, to be sure, you can of course go through this entire expansion without ever doing the quest itself. So I can't say that it's a part, but it feels like it is a part of the story in my mind. It adds that extra layer of lore to the Janthir Wilds and why we are here and all these different things. And it's like, oh, on this epic journey, you also found an epic weapon. Okay, cool. I like that kind of stuff. Perhaps I had a different view of the sky scale because I know that Secrets of the Obscure really pushed through that with the sky scale and unlocking it very quickly through the expansion, which of course, and it was an integral part to the expansion. However, I felt like it really didn't hit as hard for me because I had already unlocked the Living World Season 4 version versus the Secrets of the Obscure, so I didn't get as involved as I probably could have. And really, in my mind, Janthir Wilds, the whole base of the expansion is war claws, housing, bears, and spears. This was just very, very well done. This was great. And I think it's cool that you were able to get the spear so quickly because Guild Wars 2 is known for its horizontal progression. Let's be serious. And having a lowish barrier to get an Ascended spear and an Ascended pair of gloves is great, especially for new players. Just being able to have the expansion, you're able to gear up fairly quickly and be on par with kind of where you need to be. And I mean, Guild Wars 2 gives you so many different Ascended pieces of gear and items anyway, so why not make the collection of one or the gathering of the one or having an epic quest, why not make it more interesting, you know? I'm also like 90% sure, but I'd also venture a guess that this is going to start working on your legendary spear. If I know Guild Wars 2 and ArenaNet, this is like the precursor for the legendary spear that's going to be coming out in later patches down the line. So not only is it helping you with getting a legendary spear, but it's a cool way to do so. It adds more to the story. I was thoroughly impressed. Well done, ArenaNet. I have also been documenting my playthrough Janthir Wilds on a playlist, and you can find that here if you missed it. It's been wild, of course. Otherwise, stay caffeinated, folks.